maximum score of 256. Now a 19-pin lead for Walter Ray Williams over Jason Couch in this first of two semifinals from the PBA Miller High Life Open. A total of 62 titles and 8 majors between this great field of bowlers. Now let's look at this week's Dexter approach.
We're going to talk a little bit today about the difference between a finesse player and a power player. Here's our finesse player, the stroke of Walter Ray Williams Jr., and our power player, Mike Devaney. The difference is all in the timing. When the ball and foot arrive at the foul line. Notice right here how close the ball and the foot are arriving at the same time. That's finesse. Now here's power. Watch the difference here. Look where this ball is versus where that foot is. The later the timing, the more power. The approaches this week were a little slick. This is a big waffle to get those players to slow down. This is Mike Devaney's shoe. The power player needs more power, more leverage. He has to have more grip. He turned that heel completely around, Dave Ryan.
This week's Dexter approach. And you notice footwork being an issue in a lot of the match play matches that we've had so far here at Vernon Hills. Saw several players slipping around a bit in play.
Yeah, and in any sport, you know, watch Jason Couch. This guy has to keep his feet on the ground, keep his feet underneath him. He's got to make sure that he has a consistent slide going to the foul line.
It's Couch on lane 10. Dave Ryan, Randy Peterson, our entire ESPN PBA crew. Live action continuing here, the PBA Tour. The Miller High Life Open, just outside Chicago. With that strike in the 6th. Couch inching his way back into the match against Walter Ray Williams Jr., who had the open frame on his 6th.
Just like Jason opening in the 2nd frame and giving it to Walter Ray. Walter Ray gives it right back to Jason in the 6th frame. See if Jason can take advantage with a strike in the 7th frame. He can cut the lead to 9.
On lane 9.
That ball's getting hot, baby.
Yeah, and so are you, Jason. So are you, my friend.
#134th all-time TV appearance. Far and away #1 in PBA Tour history. See the match play results, ball we screen. And you also see another Walter Ray Williams strike on lane 10. This from the round of 16 on, these scores.
You know, the only thing that his resume is missing is all-time career titles at 41, which belongs to the late, great Earl Anthony. But as long as I've been on tour, this guy is by far the best I have ever seen. 8th frame, left lane.
Pocket Messenger for the 10-pin. Down she goes.
You just don't need power to get these pins to move. You got to have good roll. Here's the finesse shot. Watch Walter Ray's Messenger. Head pin's going to go to the left side. Here it comes. And that's with a 15-pound bowling ball.
Gives him a double. Max score of 256. Couch again trying to cut it to 9. Just missed the pocket.
D-cell.
Well, you heard him say D-cell. That ball overhooked. So one of two things. Either ball speed came down or he overhit it. Let's see if that right foot stays on the ground. Well, that left heel, or that right heel came up just a little bit. He told me, got to keep my foot on the ground. When my foot comes up, I overhit it.
Only a 5-pin count on his 8th frame. Split conversion numbers, trying to increase that. But leaves the 6-10. A second open for Jason Couch. And he would like a re-rack.
Needs a breather after that shot there. You know, the best he can do now if he strikes out is 208. Walter Ray is going at a 226 pace. Jason Couch needs a small miracle here to pull this game out.
(10-3) this week, over a 226 average in match play. There they all are down in the pit for him on lane 9. He told us before this match he was discouraged, no question about it, after not even making the cut 2 weeks in a row in Wichita and in KC at the Greater Kansas City Classic. Was so down on himself, was speaking to other PBA Tour members like Mike Miller about advice, trying to get the positives back. Oh, another strike for Walter Ray Williams en route to the championship. His wife certainly enjoying this very much.
Walter's got that great pin action going. And we talked about it before, he doesn't have all the power, all the revolutions, but you know what he does have? He has great ball roll and great accuracy.
Eight pins. Here we'll clinch it on lane 9. We'll take 10. Didn't seem, Randy, like he was hitting the pocket exactly where he wanted it throughout this entire match. Was he getting breaks?
Well, I think he got some nice breaks with the bird dogs coming across, but, you know, he did throw some pretty high flush shots that were perfect, like that last shot we just saw.
Any way he can get it, though, and you've won as much as he has, and the experience he has accumulated.
You're talking about that hit right there. That's okay. You know, you take him any way you can get him out on this tour. And one of the reasons why you throw a hook ball is so that you don't have to, the ball doesn't have to enter the 1-3 pocket perfectly.
What happened in the 6th frame?
The other thing that Walter has on his side right now is angle. And what I mean by that, he's a little bit right of the head pin, so he can play more of a down and in type of shot. His ball doesn't lose energy going down the lane.
Looking to strike out to finish. He'll do just that. Asking himself why the open in the 6th. Doesn't matter. He is the winner in the semifinals on his second TV show of this tour season. Showing us exactly why he has won at least one event 9 years running. Won 2 last year.
Had to give the Miller ball more time. Give me a break.
Got to throw at one of those pins really, really hard. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought that was the 7-10.
Yeah, it was a 4-10 split there for Couch. And a nice round of applause for Jason, who's bowled very well, perhaps back into the bowling picture. He's been taking quite a bit of criticism from the media for not making the cut 2 weeks earlier. A good performance here gets him to the semis, but he runs into great bowling for the legend, Walter Ray Williams Jr., who's off to the finals next.